Okay, this is a video on how I used Anki to study for my neurology rotation, which was 30 days long. First, I'll open up my Anki preferences. So if you click Anki here and then preferences, I have these settings enabled. Under scheduling, you'll see that I have the Anki 2.1 scheduler enabled. I recommend that if you are not already using Anki, because if you have any cards in the learning phase, it will reset those when you enable this. Here are the rest of my settings. These don't matter too much. I'll show you the deck settings I use. So if you click on the gear here and hit options, these are my settings for new cards. Here are my review settings. You want to make sure this is as high as it goes because you want to do all of your reviews every day. My lap settings, make sure this is set to tag only. General, and then I deleted the description from the deck. You can save these as a separate options group or just keep these as your default settings. Now I found these settings to work well for 30-day rotation, even though these are quite long intervals, and these are also ideal for long-term studying. Okay, now I'll open up my add-ons, tools add-ons. These are the ones I have installed and use. All of them are great, but at the minimum you will need the hierarchical tags 2 add-on to make sure you can do what I'm about to show you. Alright, so this is the Anki V8 deck, and you'll see there are quite a few cards in them. These are step 1 cards, but there's also step 2 cards in these separate decks. You'll see that all of them are unsuspended right now, so I'll go to Browse. I'll open up the Anki deck, hit Command A to select all of the cards. Once that's done, I'll hit Command J to suspend all of them. This might take a second. Okay, now that we have all of our cards suspended, what you want to be doing every day is finding cards that you would like to study, which are new. And so you want to find the cards relevant to neurology. You do that by going to these tags, the AK Step 2 V3 tags. Open that up, open up the shelf tags, and then open up the neuro tags, and you'll find this no dupes tag. And what that means is that there are a bunch of duplicates in these decks, because the whole deck is made up of smaller decks with redundancies. So someone's gone through and tagged out all the duplicates. So instead of 2,000 cards, there are only about 1,760 cards. So what you want to do with the no dupes tag clicked, hit filter, and then hit save current filter. And I save these as neuro, and these should pop up in your filters. Now you want to save a couple of more filters. So this one, just hit space and type is : suspended, hit enter. And now it'll show you only the suspended cards, which are all of them right now, but hit filter, save current filter, neuro suspended, and that should pop up. So you'll see that the search terms change. Now within the is suspended filter, you'll add another filter, -flag: 1, and hit filter, save current filter, neuro suspended, no red, and I'll explain what this means. Okay, so to find cards you want to do every day, you want to look through this set of neuro cards. Here are the ones that are suspended, so you don't have to see the ones you've already unsuspended. And what you want to do is you want to go through and find cards that you would like to study. For example, if I saw a myasthenia patient that day, I would look up myasthenia as an extra tag on this search term. And I would find these 15 cards about myasthenia gravis. Now, let's say, for example, that this card is not useful to me, that myasthenia gravis is caused by autoantibodies to postsynaptic acetylcholine receptors. If I thought I knew this very well, I would just highlight those two and hit Command 1 to flag it with flag 1, which makes them appear red. And now, under neurosuspended no red, if I look up myasthenia, I'll only find 13 cards. Those 2 cards I tagged red are gone. You can still see them under the other filters. I tag cards red that I know well, and I think I will remember them for the next year without having to do Anki cards on them. And this helps reduce my burden of cards that I shouldn't really have to be doing. So the rest of the cards I can just highlight and Command J to unsuspend, and these will be added to the new cards for the day. And I try to find about anywhere from 50 to 100 per day to start doing. One last useful thing, if you go back to your filters, suspended no red, it's really useful to right click this bar here and make sure you can see the answer field and the created field. And make sure you sort by created. Just click right to the right of created, and you'll see the cards in the order that they were created. And you can see the answer field so you can quickly read what the cards are about. Now you can go through and highlight things that you think you should be doing that day and unsuspend them, or cards you think you already know, like this one, for example, and hit Command 1 to just tag it red, and you won't see it the next time you click on the tab. All of those go away because you're already studying them or have decided not to study them. That's pretty much it. Just do that every day. Do the new cards and make sure you keep up with your reviews, and the 1700 cards should go by in no time.